Hey everybody, you're watching the channel that nobody watches, James B. Carter, and I'm your host as always, unfortunately for you, James B. Carter, and today I'm drawing a commission for a client who wanted a couple of Mortal Kombat characters, Skarlet and Mileena. Now, I haven't played Mortal Kombat since I was a kid. I know there was a couple of movies, one of them starred Christopher Lambert, but I am not super familiar with these characters at all, so I'm using a reference. It's Mileena and Skarlet. I'm laying in the pencils here. I will say that the client was super happy with this, which makes me super happy. Two characters on one page. If you want to have some really good close-ups of the faces, you have to be pretty good at composition. And yes, I could have done two full body characters, but you couldn't see the refractions in their eyes or the glistening on their lipstick or anything like that. So I kept them close. Kept them close to the camera, as they say. Because to me, the page is a camera. And through the lens is the image that you create. Right now, I am laying in the pigment. I'm using watercolors. I could have went a little dark there. I think I did go a little dark, but remember, if you just re-dip your brush and go over it again, you can lighten it up if you're using watercolors. Now, if you're using acrylics, that is a different story. You might be able to go in with white and lighten it up that way, but you're playing it pretty risky. That's why I always try to stick with watercolors when I do my pigments. Laying in the hair color, and I'm not really finicky about what I'm doing here. It's like if I go out of the lines, so what? Because I'm going to contain and tighten up all those colors and everything with my Faber-Castell marker. So just sort of tighten everything up and neaten everything up. So it doesn't matter if I really go out of the lines. To me, anyway. I like it a little looser. Going back in. The thing is, with doing these time-lapse videos, you run out of things to say. It's like, what am I going to talk about now? Okay, now I'm laying in the background a little darker. For the blue moon, I used a tape roll that I traced around, and I traced around a blank DVD-R. And that would be for the yellow moon, or planet, or whatever the hell it is. So I'm using my Faber-Castell to lay in some hair strands. Then I go on top of it with black. Just want to give myself an idea of, what I'm doing. Just, you can go all black and go back in with white out later. It's okay. There's lots of tricks. If you go in all black, you're not dead. There's a way out of it. I highly recommend these whiteout pins. They're really cool. Like I said, my client was really happy with this. Now, when I'm doing the eyes here, I'm using like a 0.7 nib on the pin. It's way too big. You want to use a 0.3 nib for the eyes. But I didn't have anything else, and I had to get this out. So I made it work. Barely. Coloring in the lips there. I had a lot of fun with this piece. Too bad you can't see the whole thing. There, I'm using the whiteout pen. I want a nice, solid bristles paper, because if you're like me, you're going to put your paper through hell. And you need something that's going to be resilient. Laying in the highlights. Again, going over, bringing out the things that I want, separating the colors. Because the way I lay down paint, everything can become one giant blur if I don't separate those colors. And the best way, I'm taking off the tape. I took off the tape and now I'm erasing the border. Going back in, I'm working on her little medallion there. Going back in with the Faber-Castell brush, which is my favorite tool. And you can use whatever you want. I mean, we all have our favorite tools. We have our go-to things that, make us feel comfortable and safe in our work. And to me, it's the Faber-Castell brush. Highlighting the planet there. Going back in and doing some shadow work. Some more shadow work. At first I was using the marker. I was like, you know what? I'm not going to waste my Faber-Castell on this. So I just went in with the brush. And it did come out a little lighter than I expected. But these things happen. So now I believe I'm going to spackle the whole thing. Hey, you guys, do me a favor. Please hit subscribe, press that like button, and come back for more videos. I really love doing these videos. If you guys want a commission, just hit me up. It's $40 for a collar commission, $5 shipping and handling, and it's $20 for a black and white. $5 shipping and handling. So pretty good prices, and I appreciate you guys. Appreciate everyone who has asked for commissions and bought commissions off of me. There I am signing it, and I did sign 18. I didn't forget. Till next time, you guys have been watching the channel that nobody watches, and keep on clicking.